What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another So Your Wife Wants You To. So today, let me give you a clue as to what we're doing. If you haven't already seen it in the thumbnail and clicked on this video, so we got something right here next to me. And let me show you how it happened. So garage door comes down, brand new car, has a nice little mark in it. So we're going to talk a little bit about what the heck a clear coat scratch is and how the heck we're going to fix it. I was going to say you probably won't get to see my face, but you can kind of see it in the reflection. But anyway, a clear coat scratch is a scratch where the clear coat on top of the paint is scratched, but the actual paint is not. So you can kind of feel it with your finger. And in a clear coat scratch, when you get it wet, it will disappear. So the first thing you're going to need is you don't need to have a fan on it, but you need a squirt bottle. So let's just test this out. So we see this scratch kind of disappeared when we got it wet. This one did not. So this one may be beyond repair of what we're going to do, but we're going to try anyway. See how it's kind of smudged below there? So that just tells us there's something going on. We're going to need to clean this really well, and then we're going to sand it down and try it anyway. So let's go over some of the materials we're going to need. An old terry cloth rag, another old terry cloth rag, this Meguiar Scratch 2.0, and this is actually the least expensive, and I think it works the best. So it's only like, I don't know, $7 or so. And 3 different kinds of sandpaper. Now check out this sandpaper. It feels a lot finer than even paper towels. It's like super fine. This is a 7,000 grit. There's also a 5,000 grit we'll need and a 3,000. It's hard to tell the difference, but there's a little bit of a difference. And we'll also need anyway, I guess that's about it. Oh, and some tape. So this is just masking tape. Get the kind that doesn't stick too well, because you have to peel it off. So first we are going to spray this really well and just clean it up, get it nice and clean. Once it's clean, we're going to get the tape, and we're going to tape the edges around the perimeter of the scratch. Doesn't have to be perfect, but we need to know kind of where the scratch begins and ends. And when you tape it, just give it like a ½ inch either way, on either side of the scratch. This scratch I'm not too confident about because it looks like it's past the point of clear coat. This scratch I think we'll be able to fix. Okay, so you see how I masked around both scratches. Next we get these scratches wet with some water, and we go at it with the 3,000 grit. For each bit of sandpaper, I only tear off what I'll need, so that's, just like a little rectangle like that is plenty. So that's really all we'll use for this. So we'll use one of these for 3,000, 5,000, and 7,000. 3,000 first. Alright, so get it wet. Some people use soapy water. I've found normal water works fine. And then we're going to go back and forth perpendicular to the scratch. What that's going to do is think of the scratch as like a river cutting through like a Grand Canyon. So what we want to do is cut that river, make that river so it's not so steep. We're kind of like cutting down all that rock, cutting down those walls of that scratch so that we can kind of even it out to where light doesn't hit it and make it look like it's really bad. So I'll show you just a few seconds of it, and then I'll pause the video and we'll go from there. So See, I'm just going across. In this case, it's across because the scratch is down. And this is waterproof sandpaper, so you can get the sandpaper wet also. So you just wet the sandpaper, keep wet on that scratch, keep going, perpendicular to the scratch. I'm going to do that and then we'll come back. Alright, now you see how it's getting kind of cloudy, but you can still see the scratch in the middle, so you want to keep on going. Keep on sanding it so you can't see that scratch anymore. Alright guys, see how it looks like it's all scuffed up, but you can still see the scratch? So we're going to keep on going. 3,000 grit still. Alright guys, it's been about 2 more minutes of just sanding with the 3,000 grit. And it's finally starting to disappear, so we're almost done. Alright everybody, so I can just barely see the scratches. I'm going to go ahead and start with the 5,000 grit now. You can't feel, it feels totally smooth. You can see it's pretty scruffed up. So what we're going to do actually is remove these side pieces of tape. We still want the end tape so we can tell where the scratch ends. But I'm removing the side pieces a little bit. Because what we want to do is fan it out even more with the 5,000. So the 5,000 is going to be, you know, maybe another ½ inch, trying to fan that out a little bit. And then we'll do the 7,000 even more than that. So get back with you. Alright, so this is the 5,000. Just always remember, get your sandpaper wet and get your area wet. And we're just going to go a little bit past the borders on either side. You can start doing circles this time because we've completely, going back to that picture of like a river cutting through a valley, we've kind of narrowed out that valley now, so it's all smooth. So now we can do circles, and that kind of evens it all out. Alright guys, you see how the area of the haze is, it's more widespread right here, and then down here you can still see some margins. So we have a little more work to do down the middle and bottom section. But up here it's kind of how you want it to look. A little more hazy with no real borders. So I'm going to keep on working. Alright, see how now there's not really any margin. It's kind of a dull margin. Now we can go to the 7,000. We're just going to go a little bit further out with the 7,000. So I'll show you. See, every time that I show you this, I actually dry it up. So I'll dry it up, blow on it, and it'll look like that. But then once we wet it again, that's why it's hard to see. That's why we keep the tape on it, because once you wet it, it's hard to see. But yep, start with the 7,000 now. And notice I'm not showing you this one, but I'm gonna have to do that probably off camera just to see if that's even gonna work or not. But I'll be back with you in just a minute. Okay, here's a little video of me doing the 7,000 now. So you can't even tell where the scuffiness is. It's all smooth just because of the water. But I'm just going all the way around, getting everything that I got, plus a little extra. And then when we dry it, you can see it's a pretty soft haze. I probably need to work a little more right up in here. So we're going to keep doing that. Alright guys, so I had originally intended for this to be a Clearcoat scratch video. But take a look over at this other scratch. You can see these little chips? That's actually paint that's actually been chipped off. And as I sand, more of those chips kind of come off. So this is going to be a Clearcoat video / repaint job video. I'll show you how I would fix that without having to spend $800 at a paint shop. Alright guys, let's switch our attention back over to this one, the easier one. So I'm going to use this stuff now. The whole time I've been using this rag. So we're going to take this rag and just apply a pretty good amount. I mean, we're going to get it pretty wet with this stuff. Kind of work it around. The instructions say to put a small amount of the product onto a terry cloth, which is just the rag, and work it in, and then you want to polish it with a clean polishing pad. So I just use a clean towel, a clean terry cloth towel. I do have a polishing pad. We'll see how that works with just a clean towel, but we might go to the pad. And just to give you a sense of what the time is, because this is obviously an edited video, but for the 3000 grit, expect probably 6 to 8 minutes. It was about 6 to 8 minutes of sanding back and forth on that. And then for the 5000 grit, it was probably about 3 minutes or so, 4 minutes maybe. And for the 7000 grit, once I took the tape off and just went over it, it was probably less than a minute of sanding. So now we've got this stuff. I'm probably going to do a couple of coats on it. Alright, I just applied a second coat of that stuff. I'll kind of work it in, let it sit for a minute. I'm going to get my clean towel. Nice soft terry cloth towel. Terry cloth basically just means it's got the little bumps and it's made out of pure cotton. So we're just going to go over it. Press hard. Don't feel bad to press hard. And it's going to be squeaky. But look at what you're left with. I mean, it's almost perfect. That scratch was right there. There's actually one more step I forgot about. It's a wax or a polish. So let's do that now. Alright guys, I must like Meguiar's because this is what I had and this is also Meguiar's, so I guess it's kind of a staple type product. But same application, we can use that same older rag. Put some on, probably about that much. Rub it around. Let that stuff get hazy. And then get your clean terry cloth. Let it dry for a second. And we're just going to press hard. That's really it, guys. That's that scratch. It's all gone. So I'll do a little close-up video. You can see the scratch was right here. That was a scratch. You can just barely see it in the light, but it's pretty much gone. If we back up a little bit. I mean, it's mirror, so that's how you do it. Those of you, I might do a second video with the how to do one with paint, because that's going to be a little more difficult. So thank you very much, guys. Feel free. I'm going to put some affiliate links in the description below with all these materials if you want to pick them up. Affiliate links, it doesn't cost anything for people that click on them, but Amazon will send me a few cents, and just as a way of saying, hey, thanks for generating traffic. So it really helps me out if you click on them. If you're going to buy this stuff, just click on the link and buy it like normal. But Amazon will send this channel a few cents, and it all kind of adds up. Then I can buy other stuff to make more videos. So that's how that all works. But thank you very much. Consider subscribing if you like all this random stuff that I do around the house. And until next time, it won't be too long because the wife's already got a couple more things for me to do. Have a great day.